Welcome, everybody. It is the 12th of August. We are back. Took our little hiatus, but it's NFL Thursday, guys. We have the Patriots taking on the Washington football team. Man, Chase Young is a man and really was dominating that right side of the left side of the offense for the Patriots. And then, of course, we have the Steelers and the Philadelphia Eagles, dude, just putting points on the board a lot faster than I really thought of. It's 16-7 still in that matchup and 7-6 in the Patriots game at this time. But I'm looking forward to tomorrow's slate. We'll get into that a little bit later. Producer James is in the building. How you feeling, sir?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah?
Just making little final changes here.
I see you working in the background. Appreciate you.
Yeah, we're here. We're doing good.
Live. All right, guys. Yes, sir. Before we get too far into it a little bit, just wanted to kind of just go over a little bit of the headlines that we kind of had today. Nothing tremendously popping off today. I think a lot of us were anticipating the two matchups tonight. Let's see, just real quick. Deshaun Watson being a little angsty, having a little angst, talking about, why are y'all always filming me for every day? It's the same shit. I think he's a little bit perturbed by the camera steadily in his face, but how could they not be with really what's going on in Houston? And maybe he thought that this would kind of die down since, I don't know, he is at practice. He's participating. He didn't get invited to go to Green Bay. But at the same time, what if they did? We never really figured that out. No news came out that I've seen that who really made that executive decision. Either it was the Houston Texans or it was the representation for Deshaun Watson. So he was a little angsty, out of character. I think that was, for him, extremely out of character. And we'll stay on this topic for a few moments. And, you were the one who really brought it up to my attention first, James, because I was really not, I guess I just wasn't following many of the stories today. I did a little grilling, had smoked some chicken legs out there today, had to sauce them up. Hey, man.
No plate?
Hey, I'll tell you what, for all you folks out there, I'm a big boy, fat kid love cake. But at the same time, it's like, we got to start changing things up. We got to, health is wealth, as they say. So going, straight, low carb. I can't do the keto yet, man. I like sweets.
I think you can. You don't want to.
Yeah, that's really what it is. It's just one of those things where it's like,
to be honest here.
Shout out to Terry Crews and Dwayne Johnson and David Pollock, probably Dave Bautista. Those guys who are just like militant with their diet, like no carb, zero carb.
Yeah,
I get it. I mean, you can look like Terry Crews at 50 and have a body of a 30-year-old that's just jacked and just extremely fit.
Yeah, I hear like an excuse that I hear like time and time again is like, oh, I'm already like 45, 50 years old. Like, why do I need to look good or whatever? But it's not about that. It's about your health.
Right, right. I mean? And so, that's kind of just where, just pure protein today. So I had my chicken legs. They were pretty good. I had little, the mesquite chunks I threw up on there. But, it's that is what it is. And just getting back to Deshaun, it's like, what is it, Deshaun? Like, it's like you can't win for losing. We get it. I understand that. In the moment, there's a lot of times where you may feel uncomfortable with all the cameras, like literally being in your face 24/7. But look, man, you have some allegations in civil court that are pending. And I know there's some things that you want from your end, but at the same time, it's like you're a story. It's polarizing, which means people are going to want to talk about it every day. And whenever you give them a soundbite, it's going to be plastered all over the news. Just think about what's going to be talked about tomorrow. Or am I missing something here? Is this just him letting off some steam, knowing that there's two big games that went on today or are going on at the moment, one being the Patriots and the football team, and the other being Philly and the Steelers. So you have two cornerstone programs with the Patriots and the Steelers. So maybe this will just be swept under the rug. Do you think that would be what he's thinking and maybe he can get away with it? Or at the same time, it's like, he's just sick and tired of being sick and tired.
I think it's a combination of both.
That's a good point.
Yeah, man. I mean, if you're in Deshaun Watson's position, you would have to hope for that this is just going to get swept under the rug and go away. And then he's just sick and tired. I mean, he saw it today. Like, why y'all keep following me, man? It's the same shit every day.
It's like,
Dude, you should have seen the comments.
Oh, really? There's people just, what's a few of them that you can remember? This is what you get.
Yeah, why y'all following me? And they're like, maybe it's because you have 21 accusations against you or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why that was like the top one. Something along, they were all pretty much the same, but along the lines of
trolling,
that,
like just trolling,
Yeah.
right?
I mean,
They see him trolling. They hate it. Maybe we should make that up.
when you do stuff like that, he's got to know. Dude. Like he did like pop off a little bit, but it could have been worse. But at the same time, he's got to realize like you're giving them what they want. You know what I mean?
I think if he would have left the expletive out of it, he's like, it's the same stuff every day. It would have been like a non-story. But because he dropped a little shit in there, it's like, oh, he's angsty. Yeah. He's frustrated. What's like, I mean, wouldn't you be if somebody was literally? And you got, not to mention, like, are there paparazzi like following him like to work, to home when he's out? You know, it's like, can we get a story with Deshaun? Like, can we get Deshaun to blow up?
Does he still have a woman?
I don't know if he ever did.
Oh,
apparently, he had many. I don't know if that's true or not.
Allegedly.
Thank you very much. Allegedly. So, I mean, I don't know, but that's the thing. It's like for the women who are accusing him, it's like, what are y'all chasing by not wanting to sign? Like, y'all want gag orders, and Deshaun's like, no, we're not giving you gag orders. Like, if this all happens, I want y'all to have to like talk about this in public. There's no way I'm gonna I'm gonna pay y'all, and then you're gonna get to keep your mouth shut and not talk about this. No way. Maybe that's what's going on. But at the same time, it's like, I'm sure his agent, when he saw this clip go, he's like, Deshaun, what the hell are you thinking? Like, just like, this is what's going on. He probably said, I couldn't take it anymore. And it's like, well, maybe you shouldn't be at practice anymore. Or maybe you should just go get treatment and just like hold yourself inside, train inside. But I don't know. At the same time, I don't know what's required of him to maintain like him not having to like give back any money. I don't know.
Andrew's in the chat.
What up, Andrew? Who producer Drew?
Producer Drew. He said, "What's up, guys?"
What up, producer Drew? That's producer Drew for the dark side of the mic.
Yes, sir.
Shout out. Yeah, man. So let me check the scores real quick before we move on, maybe to a break. Let's just see real quick. Updated scores. Wow. Steelers 14, Philadelphia 16. 7 minutes left in the third quarter. Looks like the Steelers have the ball again.
Cam Newton play?
That's we're going to talk about that.
Okay.
Washington football team 7, Patriots 9. Looks like about little under 8 minutes left in the third quarter in that game as well. So in the Washington football team, which we need something more efficient to call them. What are we gonna call them? The WTF?
Yeah.
What we just call them? What we just call them like, or WFT?
That's what they call them, right?
Is it yeah? Whiskey Foxtrot Tango. That just doesn't roll off the tongue.
We should call them the team formerly known as the Redskins.
The Redskins.
Kind of like Prince.
Yeah, I guess I could see that. We're gonna have to figure that out. So that game kicked off with Cam taking 2 series to lead pretty much the Patriots to one non-scoring drive, and then the second one they went ahead and scored 3 points. But the person who stuck out is Mac Jones. He is putting balls where nobody really thought he'd be able to put the ball there, just in his like minimal time before half. And so to me, like, Cam looked rusty. Cam could not put the ball on receivers. But Cam looked good. He looked healthy. He looked strong. He looked commanding. And at the same time, you're like hoping that the leadership aspect that Cam has, of course, come to, build over his tenure in the NFL is really going to be the linchpin that kind of keeps him there. But Mac and Cheese is coming for that starting spot. And I think this is Bill Belichick is all about production. He is the ultimate believer in meritocracy. And if Cam's not producing and Mac Jones is, it's pretty likely that Mac Jones, will get, I think, the benefit of the doubt moving forward. But it's probably not going to be the first game. It may be a couple of regular season games getting into it, maybe week 4 or 5. If they're winning and it's in spite of Cam, Mac Jones is going to get some serious looks, I think, with the first stringers when they get probably closer to the middle of the season. And it's a long season too, so you got to think about it. Do you manage Mac Jones in the sense where he potentially could fall off? You know, he could hit that rookie fall off where week 12, week 13, his body's used to only playing about 14 weeks, especially even if it is at Alabama. He's only used to playing 14 weeks, and after that, he's just dead in the water. Where Cam, I think he's a little bit more accustomed to playing a little bit more lengthy seasons due to the fact of his success that he had in Carolina. So I think that's something also to take into consideration. But right now, Mac Jones looks good, but it also could be the defense that they're going against. Are they going to? It was Mac Jones wasn't going against the ones with the Redskins or with the football team. Let me hold on. Pause. Check yourself. Put some respect on their name. But yeah, Mac Jones looked good though. Just number 10, very Brady-esque. Had that big frame, moving around, not as fleet of foot like Cam. But Cam looked commanding. That's the thing that gets me is like all those players, their body language looked like they wanted to play with Cam. And for the Mac, it's like, dude, you're still a rookie. You haven't proved shit. So I think that's another dynamic we need to kind of entertain moving forward. The Steelers game is like on another, it's like regional. So I don't know. I don't have access to that game, but I think Jalen Hurts is supposed to be playing like through the third quarter. And so if that's the case, then there's going to probably be a lot of tape on him, probably on YouTube. I'll probably watch that later tonight. But they're scoring points, 16-14 last time we checked. And the Steelers are driving down again. They're on Philly's 1. 3 minutes and 48 seconds left in the third quarter, so it looks like they're about to punch it in. And I bet Najee Harris is like doing the same thing he did against Dallas last week on that Thursday night game. And so Najee looks very, very capable in his role, coming from California, going to Alabama, and then now into the NFL with the Steelers, where there's a great lineage of great running backs all the way from Franco Harris to Jerome Bettis. There's a legacy there at the running back position. So Najee's filling in, fitting in like a glove, especially take a lot of pressure off of Big Ben. So hopefully, maybe that'll prolong the life of Big Ben's arm compared to what happened last season where Connor really wasn't as dependable, I think, or maybe as useful as Najee Harris is. And then Big Ben's arm really just fell off after week 12.
Yeah. How many years do you think Big Ben has left?
Adding Najee Harris?
Yeah.
Man. Maybe 2 or 3. If he can lean on the running game and that offensive line can get retooled, because you got to remember Pouncey retired.
Yeah.
And they've let go a couple of if they can retool that offensive line and right when Najee Harris is, people are figuring him out, maybe his second year. Because remember, I think Najee Harris is going to have a big year like how Zeke did his first year. I think he's going to pop. He's going to be energized. Same thing with Saquon. He's going to produce to that kind of level. But in year 2, all these defensive coordinators, that's what I tell people. If you're a prolific player as a rookie, show me the production you have in your second year. When everybody has a full year, all these D coordinators have a full year to break your game down and figure out your weakness and then attack it. But if you produce after your second year or in your second year, you're bona fide. And so Najee's going to be fun. Najee's going to have fun. It's going to be a good year for the Steelers. I don't think they're going to win that division just because of how well I think Baker and his team are playing. They may even come in third, depending on how their games fare out with Lamar and the Ravens. We'll see. That's kind of where I'm at with it. But all their games outside of the division, I think they're going to win. I don't see them losing. Their losses are going to come within the division. And it's a mighty division as it is. So It'll be fun to watch. Let's see here. 33 minutes after the hour. Let's get into the first break. Producer James, I'm loving that spot that you had created for how people can find our podcast, our show on other platforms. Let them know how they can do that.
So what you're going to do is you're going to head on over to Spotify. You're going to search up the Paul Rodriguez Show on Spotify or, whatever you use. Did I say hit the Spotify? Yeah, that's what I said. And, you're just going to hit the follow button. Also, if you are a football fan, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're telling the truth, that little thumbs up, it's gonna turn blue.
Welcome back, everybody. It is the Paul Rodriguez Show coming out of Studio 44. Apparently, Joe Flacco just threw a huge screen pass that went for a touchdown. Pro Football Focus talking about coming for that QB1 spot. I don't know. I mean, Joe Flacco did win a Super Bowl with the Ravens and such, but we got to really talk about Terrell Suggs, Ray Lewis, Hello Tinata. There's a lot of other guys on that team.
Anquan Bolden too, right?
Was he?
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. I don't remember Anquan. I just remember when Anquan went over the middle and he caught a helmet to the jaw and
And then Flacco got that huge contract after that.
Bro, yeah. And then to nothing. To absolutely, I mean not absolutely, but I get the time, man. When you win a Super Bowl and you're a quarterback and and it's time for you to get broken off, by all means capitalize, because apparently he did at that time. So shout out to you for getting the bag. Ain't no shame in your game for that one. But yeah, man, I'm just kind of following these games tonight, just seeing how they're going. Looking forward to tomorrow's slate. I think that'll be fun. There's some games that are, I think, pretty interesting. Titans at Falcons, Bills at Lions. They're already talking about eating kneecaps. Dan Campbell's like, we're gonna get ours before they get theirs. Cowboys, Cardinals, NFL Network rounds out the late slate. That'll be at 9:00. So all you Cowboy fans out there, shout out to producer Drew, the ultimate Cowboys fan. He was repping on Dark Side yesterday. I saw.
I don't know about ultimate, but okay.
He talks about it like, I mean. He may not be DC4L zombie, but he may be DC4L.
That's a good thing, though.
Yeah, that's true. But, I mean, he's a ride or die. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with ride or die.
The thing I love the most is that, whenever people start putting, and I'm guilty, a long time ago, they're like...
Yeah, I see that lanyard over there.
Yeah. I'm guilty of being like, man, still Packers for life, man, no matter what. But I see that time and time again, season after season from Cowboys fans. DC4L no matter what, and that just means the season's over.
Did you ever see last year when I don't remember what football game it was, but it was after a Cowboys loss. Of course, Dak is already hurt. This is maybe week 8 or 9, and they obviously had to been in the country or somewhere not in the city limits. And there was this this guy, he had on a tank top, jean shorts, white. Cowboy blue and white Jordans, and there's a TV, and they're outside, and he's watching the game, and the game ends Dallas loses dramatically, and the dude gets irate and pissed, and so he throws the beer at the screen, flips the screen over, and then pulls out a gun and shoots it 4 or 5 times, maybe more than that.
Yeah,
I was like, that's a Cowboys fan. Yeah. And what's funny is that as Cowboy fans, I'm not saying for me, I'm not that emotionally invested to it, but I showed that to all my Cowboy friends, and they were like, I totally understand why he did that. And to them, with that passion, with that anger and the frustration, and I guess just pure anger, they're just they need to get it out, and they understood every step, and I'm like, number one, this ain't real. I hope it's not real. I hope it's not. But if it is, people identify with it. And it's just yeah, we're going to shoot the TV because the Cowboys lost after, the whole debacle of the season. But what do Packers fans, I'm not in the Packers, that stuff doesn't come into my thread. So what do Packers fans do on the rare loss that y'all do have?
Thank you for clarifying.
I had to be respectful.
Yeah, for sure.
I thought about Aaron Rodgers when I was thinking about how I was going to say this.
Nowadays, the 32-year-old me, I just ghost.
What's the 22-year-old do?
I get reminded on my memories on Facebook. Dude, around football time, I just see because I'm pretty vocal on Facebook about the Packers and all that stuff. That's all. I guarantee you people get they're like, dude, shut the fuck up already. But I don't care. It's my Facebook.
Hey man, people don't tell people do tell the Cowboys fans to stop.
Yeah.
But there's just a lot more of them.
Yeah. These days I just go ghost. But, back then I'm like, oh man, better luck next season. Wish we would have done this, and this.
You were that calm about it?
I mean, on Facebook, yeah, but I mean, not in real life.
What live your truth, James. What was your truth? How did you feel?
I might beat my coffee table up a little bit.
Why would you hit an inanimate object with your hand?
Well, I'm not gonna pull out my Glock, you know, start firing off at it.
Some people do.
Yeah,
It depends on where you live.
apparently.
I mean, would you shoot the TV?
No.
Yeah, I thought that was.
Then I'm gonna want to play video games.
I mean, true. I mean, you got your monitors and your computer, so.
Yeah.
But I did think that was a little foolish. I'm like, dude, like I was thinking to myself, if this was fake, how much money did you spend on that TV just to like destroy it? Like, you knew the loss for the Cowboys was coming. Like last season, as soon as Dak went down, everybody's like, okay, this is gonna be maybe a 4-win, maybe a 5-win team. They pulled out 6, but you knew the L's were coming.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I wonder if he probably went online, found probably went to the pawn shop, found a cheap, thin TV, was like, I'm going to make a TikTok, or I'm going to make a video. Dude, he pulled it off. I remember that happened, went viral.
Yeah, it went viral.
If you found it, yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty nuts. Tomorrow's slate. Let's do some pick'ems real quick. Or do you want to give it your pick? Who are you going to take tonight if you were going to take them?
Between the Patriots.
So Washington at Patriots. Who are you taking?
I'm taking Patriots.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're losing right now. Oh, they're winning by 2 right now, 9-7. Steelers at Eagles. Who would you pick? If you were to pick.
I'm not big on the Steelers, man. So Eagles.
Okay, so their Eagles are losing 21-19. It's tight though. So tomorrow, Friday slate, the Titans at the Falcons. We'll go one by one. Titans at Falcons. I'll tell you who's favored. Atlanta's favored by, I believe, 1 point.
Going to Atlanta.
You on Atlanta?
Yeah.
It seems like every time Atlanta gets a new head coach, like they want to win for some reason. Go ahead.
They're like, their team is weird. Like they have like a 500 record or somewhere around there, but like their players have like good stats. Like Matt Ryan last year, I had him on my fantasy football league. Mm-hmm. He did all right. Actually, he did horrible like towards like the second half of the season. But like you have Devontae Freeman, Julio Jones when he was on there. Like they put up points, like fantasy points, but they just don't get the win.
Yeah, they don't have the defense.
I mean? Yeah, it's crazy.
And then the Cowboys go hire Dan Quinn to run their defense. Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense.
They gave up like. That's why like when it, like you know we talked about Dan Quinn and all of that and their hopes for him and the Cowboys defense,
right?
But they were known for giving up huge leads last year.
Yeah, to the Patriots a few years ago in a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
28-3 at half.
So what makes Jerry be like, I want that guy?
I think what Dan Quinn did in the past, he won a Super Bowl he should have won 2 Super Bowls as a defense coordinator. He was able to draft really good players late in the rounds like Sherman, Cliff Averill, what was that safety's name? Cam something. I can't think off the top of my head. That big Cam Chandler, that's who it is. Cam Chandler, the safety. So like a lot of those guys, they were picked late in the draft. And so that's what Jerry wanted, like someone to come in and find the diamonds in the rough late in the draft after, securing Micah Parsons, Micah Parsons is going to be like legit. I think he's the next Luke Kuechly kind of player. I mean, I think he's extremely intelligent. I think he's extremely capable physically, and he has a desire. Like, I think he has an expectation. Like, I am going to be first to the ball. Like, that is his expectation. And you see it in practice. You saw it on Hard Knocks. I saw it last week in that Thursday night game. I should probably wait to talk about the Cowboys till we get to that game. So I'll pause right there. I like the Titans tomorrow night. I want to see that offensive line, Tyler Lewan finally getting back healthy. Derrick Henry, I think, is going to do his thing if he plays. Tannehill, everybody thinks he's the next big quarterback. We'll see. Defense is always going to be strong by an ex-Belichickian player/coach in Mike Vrabel. So, I like the Titans tomorrow. I know this is preseason. Bills at Lions. This could be a snooze fest, or this could be fun. Because you have Jared Goff, Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs with the Bills, maybe the Austin, Texas Bills. So on McAfee's show I think it was yesterday, they had the GM for the Bills on his show, and one of the last questions they brought up, they were like, so when are y'all going to be packing up and moving to Austin with the Austin, Texas Bills? He goes, no, we're not going anywhere. We like it right here, which I think, until they get a new stadium, until Buffalo gets a new stadium, anything is possible. It could be Austin. It could be San Antonio. It could be overseas. I don't know. It could be anywhere. So all I'm saying is for the people of Buffalo, now that you have a vacancy in your governorship, in your governor's house, maybe you can get some things done. I'm just saying. No is no. When they say no, no is no. Bills at Lions, who do you like? We almost went dark side.
I wanted to play that video that you had sent me, but it's a borderline, like, even a little too much for dark side a little bit.
No, it's not. For those who don't know, what is it called? Sidewalk Talk?
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah, Sidewalk Talk on Instagram. Go bless yourself.
It is good to see like people united for, for once, like all in agreement. You know what I mean?
It's because they couldn't go outside, bro. It's because they couldn't do anything. They were literally locked in their houses. They were forced to be in their houses. They put 45 into Silky, my guy. We got 45 into Silky. With his face all screwed up. I'm like, and that was a mask. There was a real human in that thing. So Bobby Shmurda for governor. That's all I'm saying. Okay, let's get back to the magic. Bills at Lions. Who do you like?
I like the Bills.
I'll tell you who's favored. Detroit's favored by 1.
I like the Bills.
I like the Bills too. All right, getting back to the Micah Parsons talk. If Micah Parsons is healthy and Dak's healthy, I think Dallas is going to be a solid team, like I've been saying. But I didn't know. This is what surprised me on Hard Knocks. Did you watch any of it?
No.
You didn't see any? Okay. No. So what surprised me on Hard Knocks about Micah Parsons was that his Jalen Smith, his linebacker crew, Jalen Smith and Van Der Esch, they like that guy. Like, they see him as a peer, and it's like, well, last year Van Der Esch was calling the defense. Well, it makes a whole lot of sense now why they were always out of position. Whatever call he was getting, maybe he wasn't telling them the right position to get into. But now with Parsons there, Parsons is calling the defense. Parsons is playing Mike linebacker. Parsons is telling everybody what the calls are. And when the quarterback goes to the line of scrimmage, he's identifying the Mike as Micah Parsons. So Parsons is the guy. And moving forward, I think he is just going to be a game wrecker as long as he's not playing all-pro guards. Centers he can get away from, I think. But those guards, dude, they're going to be a problem for him. And I don't think we're going to see any of those until Tampa Bay, you may see some. New Orleans, you may see some. Kansas City, you'll definitely see some. So until those kind of games get played, but anybody in the NFC East, no offensive line is going to be able to stop Parsons, in my opinion. And that frees up Jalen Smith and Van Der Esch to use their speed sideline to sideline. But I hate to break this to you. Micah Parsons is going to be in a race with them to make that tackle. It's going to be like the ball is ran outside to the right, and Jalen Smith and Micah Parsons are making the tackle at the same time. And then the ball's ran to the left, and then Van Der Esch and Micah Parsons are making the tackle at the same time. It's going to be like that. So lots of success. The other thing, too, is like the dude runs a 4.3 40, 6'3", 250, maybe 260. Runs a 4.3. That should be fucking illegal. So you little quarterbacks out there like Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield, Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson, Mr. Whataburger. You hear about this story?
No.
Mr. Whataburger, Patrick Mahomes, taking 20,000 Whataburgers. Maybe not 20,000, but he's taking a bunch of Whataburgers to Kansas City, Missouri. We'll get into that. We'll get into that in a little bit. Dallas Cowboys at Cardinals with Coach Bruh, Lincoln Riley, in his narco mansion in Arizona. Arizona's favored by 1.5. Who do you like?
I like Arizona.
I like Arizona too tomorrow. I don't think if Dak's not playing, if Dak plays, that's different.
You think Watt plays?
Fuck yeah. My question is, does Chandler play? Because he wants out. So that'll be interesting to see. JJ's going to play. JJ's a team guy. Damn shame what they did to him in Houston. Damn shame. Damn shame what Houston.
I mean, it is Houston.
Damn shame what Houston did to Deshaun too.
Damn shame what he did to himself.
How do we know that? How do we know that? How do we know?
All right, we don't.
The truth shall set you free. And no means no. No matter who you are. If you're an NFL quarterback or if you're a governor of the state, no means no. I'm just saying. Got to be proven guilty. Just saying. All right, and then Saturday, Houston at Packers. Who do you like? Why should I even ask?
Man, I don't know, man.
Green Bay's favored by 3.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna pick the favorite.
Yeah, I like the Packers too. The Dolphins at Bears. Bears are favored by 3.5, and apparently, Justin Fields is starting the game, so we'll get to see Justin Fields early. Did you see that pass he threw yesterday at practice?
No.
He was running left and threw to the left, low and away to receiver for a touchdown. It's in practice. It's in pads. It's in shorts. I get it. But to move that way and throw that way, sidearm, only 3 other quarterbacks I know doing that right now. And 2 of them, well, 2 of them have won Super Bowls. Just one was in 2010.
Mahomes
and Aaron, and number 9 in LA. For the Rams, excuse me, let me clarify. Number 9 for the Rams. That'd be Matthew Stafford. Let's see who else.
I saw Rodgers throw a pretty.
You see Aaron Rodgers throw a pretty ball every damn day. That's all they do.
Let me finish.
I'm just
throw a pretty good pass.
I pulled a Deshaun right there.
And a good catch by Devin Funchess, one-handed. Bring it in.
Devin Funchess better not be on them fun yuns. I'm just saying. You saw what happened to Kelvin Benjamin in New York. Coaches told him he was overweight, and he said, "Fuck y'all, I'm out."
Really?
And he said, "I'm out." Have you seen what they've been doing to the Giants up there, man?
No.
So I guess Joe Judge is like changing the entire culture, and there was a field goal. They were doing like field goal attempts, and somebody like wasn't out there. Something got screwed up. Somebody had a mental failure, and so he made the entire special teams group and the coaches run a lap. So it's like all y'all go take a lap around the practice fields. People stop doing that in high school.
Yeah.
I don't even remember doing that in high school. Well, the younger players they did, but if you're on varsity, you don't really have to do anything. Yeah, that really did happen. That's just the way it was. Suck it up, Buttercup. All right, moving forward. Dolphins at Bears. You said the Bears?
Yeah.
I like the Bears too. Broncos at Vikings.
We go Broncos.
Okay. I like the Vikings. Browns at Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence today was named starting quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Surprise, surprise. Who do you like?
Man, I'm gonna go Browns.
Yeah, I like the Browns too. Browns. But I want to see Trevor play. I want to see how he looks in there.
You want to see Trevor to Bo.
Oh, Timmy. TD. Oh, Timmy T. Timmy T. Isn't that like a cartoon? Timmy T.
There's on South Park.
Timmy. Maybe that's what we'll start calling him when we refer to Tebow. Be like Timmy. Oh, Timmy. Yeah, there we go. That's what we're gonna. We can put that on the bed. Right, Canelo. I bet you can't even. You just can't find it.
Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Please. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Tell him, Canelo. We'll get the payday soon. We'll put that up there. I promise you. All right. Saints at Ravens. This one should be interesting. We'll see Jameis play.
Yeah. I'm gonna go for the Saints.
Yeah, I don't think Lamar is gonna play. He's just coming back from COVID. I think he's not probably 100%. In the playbook, he should be, but
Lamar had COVID.
Yeah, he's he don't want. At the time, he didn't want to take the vaccine. I don't know if he's taken it since. He on that Cole Beasley. There's a lot of players out there like that. There's a lot. Jets at Giants. Who cares? All right, moving forward. Bengals at Buccaneers.
Bucks.
Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Chiefs at Niners. This one's going to be fun.
Going Chiefs.
Yeah, I like the Chiefs too. Seattle and Raiders.
Seattle.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Chargers at Rams.
Rams.
Ooh, really?
Rams.
I like Herbert. I think Herbert's going to play enough to where he'll. I don't know. We could see something interesting from Goff. You think Aaron Donald's going to be like extra pissed off after being slammed on Cowboys training camp and plastered all over the world to see?
Do they play this year?
Who?
Rams and Cowboys.
No, but they were training together.
Yeah,
I don't know if they are. They may. I'll have to double check. We'll look in the break to see if they're going to play. But I'm gonna tell you right now, those guards for the Chargers, they're gonna be chirping about Aaron Donald. Be like, "Come over here, boy. I'm gonna slam you like Connor did in Dallas or in Oxnard." That's what they're gonna. Come on, 99. Come on.
That was good.
Come get you some.
Yeah.
Come here, short stuff. Come here. Let me get you some. I say that I wouldn't say that to his face, but I'm just saying. Panthers at Colts to round out the weekend.
We'll go Colts.
Yeah, I think Sam Ehlinger is going to have a good time. We'll see if Eason and them can figure out who's going to be QB2 until Carson Wentz comes back. Apparently, Carson Wentz is already walking around on his surgically repaired foot. So
I want to take it easy.
Well, maybe the surgeon did a fantastic job, and that's why he's already back.
Yeah, but it's Carson Wentz,
I
man.
mean, same thing with Quentin Nelson. They had the same surgery, and they're both apparently walking.
They had him laying next to each other on the table.
Well,
he was going back and forth.
Oh, God, I hope not. I hope he was using sterilized tools, which I'm pretty sure they were. But, yeah. I just don't know how the two players have the same injury.
Yeah.
And the bullshit part about it was when Carson got the injury, everybody was like, how did y'all miss this in the physical? And then everybody wants to play it happened when he was in high school. Well, then what's your excuse for Quentin Nelson? I don't think that if you have two players at completely different positions have the same injury, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing inside? What kind of training are y'all doing? Y'all over here letting Carson Wentz play, one-on-one dunk contest in training camp. Maybe he injured his foot there, and y'all just failed to identify it.
What's in that water?
And that water, well, it's probably the lakes. It's probably Lake Erie, right there in Indianapolis. I don't know.
Great Lakes.
It's Erie. Do you remember how to do you remember how you were taught to remember the Great Lakes?
No.
Come on, Holmes. Huron, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, and what's S? Superior. It's always about the homes.
Gotcha.
Homes.
Hey, man. That's why I do this. Learn something new every day.
Don't worry. That's how I was trained that way. I could be your teacher. All right, guys. Let's take a break real quick. When we come back, we'll finish up the show. Keep it moving. We'll update you on the scores if y'all are watching our show. If you're not watching our show, catch it when the games are over or on the ride to work in the AM.
Only on Spotify.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's go ahead and round out the show. Did we talk about Silva and Tito getting on Triller on that same card with Vitor and De La Hoya?
No, we did not.
What are you thinking about that? I thought it was just pure nonsense as soon as I saw it.
Yeah.
It is, right?
Yeah. So I was under the impression that Silva was supposed to fight Logan Paul next.
Right.
Thought I had seen that.
And Jake Paul fights at the end of the month on the 29th against Woodley. He was on McAfee today. Jake Paul was. I was just like, I don't know. Do you know they live in Puerto Rico?
They do?
Yeah.
The Paul brothers?
Both of them. They live like across the street from each other. That's what he said on the show today.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I have my
filthy rich.
I have my thoughts about it. So here's an exciting factoid. If you move to Puerto Rico for a year, you can avoid paying capital gains taxes to the United States government. So as soon as I heard they moved to Puerto Rico, I'm like, you fuckers went over there to avoid paying capital gains. That's instantly what I thought. Because if you're residents of Puerto Rico, wash your hands. Because what are they going to do down there? They're gonna consume. They'll probably invest, and they're going to recycle money into the economy, to the local economy in Puerto Rico. And apparently Puerto Rico hasn't recovered from the hurricane they last got to. So however you feel about that politically, I don't give a shit because I'm not into that. But what I am into is saving on taxes. So, I mean, shout out to them for go ahead and do that. I have my buddy who I don't like to, acknowledge too much. Like, I told him about that and my other little group. I got a little groups I'm in. And so they were like, that's crazy. That's interesting. It's like fun factoid. Avoid paying capital gains, anything you can do to beat Uncle Sam legally. Because if you don't, you're going to be like Mike the Situation. You can go to prison for 9 months in a federal penitentiary. So don't do that. Pay your taxes.
You need a locked up bed.
Yeah, for sure. Play Akon behind it. Yeah. Won't let him out.
Convict.
Legit, man. Legit. So yeah, man, this fight with Tito and like, I wonder if that's why Tito stepped down from that city council position he had won in Huntington Beach. He won like a city council position.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, he's super 45, and so he won. He was like campaigning and won a position on the Huntington Beach City Council, and then I'm pretty sure him and his family got so many threats he just like stepped down. But I think maybe now, knowing that this fight is coming out, he stepped down to train so he can get in the ring with Silva and get a big payday.
Yeah, that sounds.
I got a feeling Triller's paying a lot more than the city of Huntington Beach.
Dude, I wouldn't pay that guy.
Well, I mean, De La Hoya did and bankrupted his own company, and then he got into a legit lifelong beef with Dana White. You think they'll ever get over that beef?
No.
Because De La Hoya was talking some mad shit about UFC.
Dana's like you. He holds grudges.
Fuck yeah. Fuck him. I don't like De La Hoya's ass either. I used to, a long time ago, when he was the golden boy. Now he ain't no more, so.
So you like him in the ring?
No, I don't like him at all.
You don't like him at all? Okay.
No. I'd like to see an exhibition between Dana and De La Hoya. I think that'd be interesting. I mean, De La Hoya may get him because of just the pure skill and lifelong training he's done since he was like maybe 5 years old.
What about this? How about we do Dana White, De La Hoya arm wrestling match?
That's interesting.
Yeah, even it out.
What if we did this? Here's a different aspect. What if they did MMA? So you can do whatever you can do anything MMA. Boxing is MMA. Taekwondo, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, grappling, kickboxing, whatever. Just put them in the octagon or put them in a boxing ring, but they can do MMA. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
De La Hoya get eaten alive.
Think so? From Dana?
Dude, have you seen? He's like a damn gorilla in his shoulders and his trap. He's always walking like this. I probably don't have to do that because I'm just that big.
Juice. But
you think he's juicing?
Oh, for sure, dude.
You think so?
Yeah. But
he ain't got no belly though.
I've never seen.
He got like a vodka belly.
I've never seen.
I know the feeling.
Is that why you give me vodka every day?
Bro, you've been losing weight. What the hell are you talking about?
I've never seen Dana in the ring like throwing punches or anything like that. Like any kind of training videos. You know what I mean? Yeah, he went on McAfee's show last week, and he was saying that. Have you heard of the Oculus, the Facebook device Oculus? Yeah.
Okay, so there's a there's like a boxing game in there already. And apparently Dana White's like working on a UFC version of that boxing in the Oculus. So like he's developing it, and probably, you know, he's trying to make another dollar. And so I wouldn't be surprised if that comes out in the next like 2 years, and you probably can fight other, like you can fight Khabib, you can fight Conor, you can fight, you know, the Diaz brothers, you can fight anybody. And so he was telling McAfee like, hey, I'll send you a version. As soon as I get it right, I'm going to send you a version. Because McAfee's been talking about Oculus for like over a year now.
Yeah. I've one of my buddies, man, he has one.
Yeah.
And so I've went and messed around with it. It's pretty cool, man.
Have you done the boxing?
No, I didn't do the boxing. I did, they had a Marvel. It was like a Marvel kind of thing. Pick your character, Spider-Man, Thor, Hulk, whatever. Then you go and do like little missions, but it's like,
you're in there.
It's legit. Yeah, you're in there. Like you feel like you're in there.
Yeah, and so that's what McAfee was saying. He's like, and even Dana confirmed this. He goes, the boxing is like such a high intensity. Even AJ Hawk did too. He was like, that's a legit cardio workout with that boxing thing, because you're in there trying not to get hit, and then you can like fight other people like from all over the world. And so I'm sure you can game the system. I'm sure McAfee's figured out a way to like game it to where he has this overhand, you know, right, and it just knocks everybody out. So, you know, whatever. It's not very realistic whenever he depicts it. So, but yeah, man, Oculus is cool. They're just so expensive.
Yeah,
like $300. Yeah, I'll pass for now. Yeah, that or you pay like $300 gym membership.
I'm ready for some Ready Player One type stuff.
What is that?
You seen that movie, Ready Player One?
Oh yeah. Like gamer.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's a movie. I don't know if you saw it.
I haven't seen Ready Player One.
Yeah, you just like put this thing on and you're just like in a world. Like it's like fully legit. That's a good movie. It's like a video game movie.
Is it?
Yeah, it has a whole storyline and all that though.
Yeah, that's kind of hard for me to swallow. But I like that was it Hugh Jackman or no, it was Gerard Butler. Gerard Butler was in Gamer. And I think it was like you get to tap into his mind, and I think you get to control him. I think that's the premise. I could be wrong, but it was pretty cool. Like there was this one super gamer kid, and he like tapped into his body, but Gerard Butler's character is still in the brain. So like there's two people in the mind, so it's kind of crazy, and like both can like take over the body. It's pretty sick, pretty crazy.
That is crazy.
I'm into some sci-fi like that too.
Tight.
What about Westworld? You ever seen Westworld?
No.
What, you haven't seen Westworld?
No.
Dude, you should check out Westworld. It's on HBO.
Max?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, it ain't for kids, just so you know. 0 kids. But it basically like you get uploaded in this avatar in this world, and you like if you die, you get a new body. Like you get taken out, and then it gets all like super sick, and people are doing these scientific research, and it's pretty crazy. It's a pretty cool show. I don't know how we got to Westworld from Tito and Anderson Silva, but we did. So that's what it is.
Yeah.
So you just totally, what about that? I mean, we haven't really talked about Vitor and De La Hoya either. And that fight's coming up.
Yeah. I'll tell you this, I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that card.
$50, not gonna buy it?
I'm not buying it, dude.
So you would buy the Showtime Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley, but not this one. Yeah.
Depends on how much it is. I'm not gonna buy that.
It's probably gonna be $50.
I'm not gonna buy that.
It's gonna be $50. They should just give it to us if we already have Showtime. They should just like let us have it. Like I have Showtime. Like just let me watch it on Showtime.
They're not gonna do that.
Hell no. Jake Paul's like, I want my money.
Yeah. Yep. So
here's another little side story. Remember when Jake Paul who fought? I'm trying to think about who was fighting on that card. When Frank Mir was fighting on that Triller card, it was Jake Paul fighting who? Ben Askren. Yeah. That's what it was. Yeah. And remember when Pete Davidson went into the locker room afterwards and just like talking shit about everybody and about everything?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So apparently, according to Jake Paul on McAfee's show, Jake Paul was he said that he was a part of the production, and he invited Davidson to come on. Like he paid him and come on the show and like promote it and this and that. And he was like totally unaware that like all these guys like came over to Triller and to the event and just start shit talking everything from head to toe. And so Jake Paul, after he found out, he was like, man, fuck that dude. If I ever catch him on the street, I'm bitch slapping him in the mouth. And I was just like, all right, like backhand him. I was like, all right, I guess that's what he said. So I was like, okay, I guess Pete Davidson's on the list. He ain't too happy with him after he was running his mouth that way. Does that sound surprising or you think that's theater?
I mean, who knows, man?
Yeah, it's hard to
Who
tell.
knows, yeah. I mean, it's not surprising coming from Pete Davidson. That dude's kind of just, he's a wild card. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't totally dog him too much because he pulled like Ariana Grande, but at the same time, it's like, dude, you're a weirdo, man. Like, you're just weird.
Yeah.
It's the odd ball. Like, have you seen the King of Staten Island? That show?
We've seen some of it.
Yeah, he's just odd, right?
Yeah.
It's just he's like out there.
It's like almost like a biography, like
of him.
Of him. Yeah, his dad and all that stuff. Yeah,
It's weird. It's totally weird. Every time I hear Staten Island, I think of Jersey Shore. You know what today is? Jersey Day. I got that on the recorder too. Oh, Vinny and Angelina, they're from Staten Island. They're crazy. It's getting juicy though. Snooki's coming back.
Oh shit!
She came back tonight. She jumped out of a cake for JWoww's birthday.
What's she wearing?
Clothes. Thank God. Thank God. All right, guys, let's wrap this show up. Before we go, producer James, you gonna talk to the people about anything?
Man, I did see new documentary on Netflix called Malice at the Palace. What? It's about the brawl that occurred between the Indiana Pacers and the Detroit Pistons back in the day.
Okay.
It's interesting, dude. I check it out. They interview Steven Jackson, Ron Artest, Jermaine O'Neal. They got the guy who was on the court. The dude who got his ass beat. Yeah, he got like slid by Jermaine O'Neal.
Yeah.
And Jermaine O'Neal slipped too.
Yeah.
But that dude was on the court, like confronted Ron Artest. Like, what the hell are you doing, dude? Like, But
he's trying to sneak him is what he's trying to do.
It's pretty interesting, man. Like, it goes through, they talk about the whole thing, the suspensions that were handed out, the aftermath, the team, what was expected of them that season, the way that the previous season had ended, and then that night just kind of put a dagger in, like, that team. They separated after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ron Artest, he requested a trade after that because he kind of just wanted to move on from the whole incident, and the guys kind of felt betrayed because they were like, here we are, like, sticking together on this night. We got this going on. I got your back, you got mine, and now you're just gonna bail on us, So I don't know if they talk these days, but
and Ron Artest is Meta World Peace, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's Meta World Peace.
Yeah. So he's the only one that went off, and that was Reggie Miller's last season. Yeah. Yeah, it's great. It's very good. I recommend it.
Like insightful.
Yeah.
Like behind the scenes.
Yeah, there's a lot of behind the scenes footage also that I hadn't seen before.
Did you see The Last Dance? Did you see all of it?
Yeah.
Was it documented like that in that kind of style?
No,
or is this different?
No, not like that. Just because this was like one night kind of thing.
Okay.
But yeah.
What was it styled like? Like what could we compare it to? Is it like The Shop with LeBron in the shop, or is it like have you seen I'm an Athlete with Brandon Marshall? No.
Nah, it's not like because I know like the LeBron thing is kind of like a podcast kind of deal, right? Yeah, it's not like that. It's like they interview every person. Like there's like an interviewer. It's like a documentary. Like they have clips and they talk about the season. They focus on Ron, where he was at that point in the season. Jermaine O'Neal, how he got drafted. He was gonna be like the next big thing. He was drafted out of high school, I believe. Yeah. And they just lay it all out, and then they get into. It's cool. I like it.
Did they talk about like mental health with Ron Artest?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to destigmatize like mental health for men, and even like in our culture, like mental health is very important.
Yeah.
And if you have like any kind of feeling, like please go get help and ask for help. Like if you need help, DM us. Like DM the show. You can email me. My email is out there. We'll find someone to get you help. Like I'm very supportive of people who want to get help or having some kind of difficulty, and just there is a ton of help out there. Just don't think you're alone in anything you're going through. So
For sure.
if you happen to if that's something you are experiencing, like, just reach out to somebody, even if. And here's the other thing too, like my circle, if I have a feeling like somebody's ain't right, like, and I may not be able to I may have not talked to them for weeks. Like, I'll just text them or call them. And if I don't get a text and I still feel bad, like, I'm calling until they answer. That's why, like, I check in with y'all like all day long when they're in our group, just because, that's just who I am. Like, we got to stay communicating, and just I got to make sure people are good in that sense. But yeah, if y'all need help, please, there is plenty of help out there for everybody and anybody. So just utilize it, take advantage of it. All right, guys, we appreciate y'all watching. We might have a show tomorrow, we might not, but if we do, you'll get the notification if you push the bell. And yeah, like James said, if you push the like button, it'll turn blue. Until tomorrow or Monday, we'll see you then.
Head on over to Spotify, search Paul Rodriguez Show. You'll see the little logo pop up. Give us a follow, turn notifications on. That way you don't miss any show that is uploaded, which is daily.